You're seeing an opportunity now with a stock which is relatively low price. I think it's $5 or so. Private aviation company in my neck of the woods in New York. I'm not going to give any more away than that. And you're seeing like crazy insider buying that started in 2021.
Mm-hmm. Right. And, private aviation, there is an upside to economic inequality, and that is there's a lot more people and companies that don't like all the hassles of flying and mask wearing and security and standing in line and whatever. And they can timeshare jets essentially and go where they want to go, when they want to go. And the cost has come down and the convenience is up. And it's a great service. I often see PGA Tour players walking around with this company's logo on their caps. I'm sure that they're getting a ride to the next tournament as a result. But again, I can do all my fundamental analysis and I can feel good. But when I do my fundamental analysis and on top of that, you have insiders buying millions and millions of dollars worth of stock themselves, I just view it as confirmation that the fundamental analysis is correct.
So you're seeing in this company, this small company, the price, I don't know if it moved much since you started talking about it, but from what I gather, it's more or less where it's at. When you started looking at it, because the market's been going down, which is a godsend, because now investors can get into this more or less the same price that insiders are getting into.
Or for even less. Yeah. Yeah, let me mention this, Charles. I always think that if anybody's going to put forward a strategy, that they should talk about why it should work, which we just did. I think they should also talk about why it might not work. And so, for instance, maybe you were a hotelier 2.5 years ago, and you could see that your business was doing great, and you've got new hotels going up, and you've got a high occupancy rate, and you're refinancing your debt at lower levels, and your cash flow is great, and your balance sheet is strong, and you might buy shares. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue comes COVID. Okay, so insiders are not omniscient, but they do have an edge, and you don't have COVID or 9/11 or the invasion of Ukraine happening every other month, and usually they're correct. So no system is infallible, and insiders themselves are not infallible. But when they feel so confident that they're willing to invest millions of dollars of their own money, should you put a few $1,000s of your own money up there beside them? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, when the chef eats his own cooking, to use a phrase that's been used over and over, it doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. And in my career, when I've seen cluster buys of insiders who I followed in companies that Marvell was one example. And you look at that, it's like everything starts lining up. And like I said, it's really a 1-foot hurdle.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's great when you have the CEO or the chairman or the chief legal counsel buying, but when they're all buying at the same time, a cluster buy, as you put it, again, it's further confirmation. They all realize they're obviously talking to each other every day anyway, but they're all saying like, what the heck? Look at the price of our stock in the market. I'm going to buy a few $1 million worth. And the other one goes, I'm going to buy a few $1 million worth too. I mean, it's just further confirmation. It's not just the lone ranger out there buying the stock. You've got other insiders buying as well. Right.
And I do want to say, Alex, and I'm sure you can echo these thoughts, folks, this is no guarantee. Nothing in life is guaranteed except death and taxes. You know that. But I just want to say that even with these insider buys, you can't screw up. They could buy before COVID. They could be buy before something unseen happens, whatever it might be. In investing, there's always a probability game you play. It's always you're weighing the probabilities. Is it a highly probable event or a low probability event? And that's what all great investors do. That's what all insiders are doing. They're making a wager and saying there's a high probability event that the stock price will be materially higher 2, 3, 5 years down the road. They don't know. They don't have a magic ball or crystal ball, and they can't see the future, and neither can Alex and I. So I just want you to realize that, and I'm sure you all do, because my subscribers are just highly intelligent people, is that this is not a guarantee, and there is nothing. Anyone tells you there's a guarantee in the market, hold on to your wallet and run.
Right. That's exactly why you diversify within the market and why you diversify some of your money outside the market, because as the historian David McCullough likes to say, there's no such thing as the foreseeable future. So it's key to take a realistic approach, to diversify broadly, to asset allocate properly, and then time is your ally.